Today, we're talking about cops who need to face severe consequences and pay the ultimate price for their poor behavior and attitude. From a cop who wanted to arrest a young guy for no reason, to another cop who got annoyed because a man was filming in public. These clips are some of the worst cops ever. Let's dive into the videos. Have you ever been wrongly accused of stealing something from a store you visit regularly? If you haven't experienced that, consider yourself lucky. Unlike you, there was this man who faced this rough situation. He was accused by someone of stuffing stolen goods into his backpack at the store he frequents. The accuser even called the cops on him, which escalated things quickly. But of course, the man was totally confused when a bunch of cops approached him, demanding to search him without any proper warrant. They initially made a big mistake by letting the accuser just leave the scene. I mean, why did they take his word as the truth without any proof? Anyone can accuse anyone of anything, but that doesn't make it true, now does it? This man, realizing that the cops thought he was the thief, was shocked that they didn't even check if there was any evidence to support the claim. Out of principle, he refused to let them search him. Instead, he decided to empty his backpack himself, scattering all its contents around him. Even though there was nothing suspicious in it, the cops weren't satisfied and claimed he might be hiding something in his pants pockets. Annoyed, the man started pulling everything out of his pockets too.
So as a security officer, their job is to prevent loss of items.
It's not to come up to you and drag your bag off your back.
But if they...
It's not, no, he can ask, and there's ways to go about it, right? No, he cannot. He cannot.
Section 24A.
He cannot. Well, I'll be looking.
Okay. They can stop someone until the arrival of the police officer.
No, they can't. They cannot snatch your bag off your back.
Okay, but
they cannot touch you. I'll be talking to the solicitor, so don't worry about that side of it. And never mind.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I can clearly see you've not got any bottles of wine on you.
Right.
Let me go speak to the staff then, and then we'll see where we can go from there.
Do you want to search my pocket?
Do you want to search pockets? I've got no reason to search your pockets at the moment. I feel like
no, fucking make a job of it now.
Don't need to swear.
I will swear.
You don't need to swear.
I will swear if I want to.
No.
I will swear if I want. All right, I'm not going to swear anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I just don't need you to swear. There's no need.
I want that guy talking to.
Yeah, I will talk to him.
Right, what do you want to see? You want to see if I've got any drugs? Do you want to put your hands down my trousers?
Whoa.
Come on.
Whoa.
Put your hands down my trousers.
That's completely unnecessary. I know you've got a GoPro on, and I don't know if you're trying to get a reaction from us, but that's unnecessary. You don't do that. That's
I'll do what I want.
That's a horrible...
I'll do what I want. It's a horrible thing to say I stole a bottle of wine.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate your frustration.
Stand back. Getting too close. You're getting too close. You're getting too close. Now you come to me. Now you come to me. Well, it's been done before. It's been done before. Do you want to put your gloves on first? Do you want to put your gloves on first?
Okay, fine. So you're free to go then, sir. If you want to clean up your stuff, you're absolutely free to go.
Is he free to go?
Well, at the moment, yes, of course. Yeah, he believed you were stealing items.
Right, so you're going to gather the evidence?
No.
No, you don't need to now, do you?
No, because he thought you were stealing items.
Why? On what evidence?
Because they believe they put stuff in.
Every time I come in, every couple of weeks I come in here,
so
I get approached by these people.
Okay, no problem. But at the moment, you're now free to leave, so you can pack your stuff up and you...
I won't pack my stuff, I might stay here.
Well, no, you're not allowed to stay here now.
Who said?
Well, would you like him removed from the premises? Thank you so much. So, you're no longer allowed to be here. The staff have said you're not allowed
So am I barred from anything in the shop?
You're not banned from the shop, we would just need you to...
Well, every time I come in here now, I'm going to be filming.
That's completely alright.
For my own safety, because every 2 or 3 weeks, one of these guys, for whatever reason, they decide to pick on me. You can see, I've got no bottle of wine. There's no bottle of wine. Do you want to have a look? Yeah. Do you want to have a look? Just check. Just check.
Do this. Come on.
Just check.
Now, perhaps he was acting out of nervousness, but who can blame him? He shops there every week, and suddenly he's being publicly humiliated, accused of theft for no reason. No one wants to look like a criminal, especially not in front of other shoppers. When it became clear he wasn't hiding anything, the cops were finally ready to let him go. But the man didn't just want to walk away from the situation. He demanded that the cops bring forth the person who reported him and hold them accountable for the false accusation. And did the cops do it? But of course not. Instead, they tried to shoo the man away. If he's free to leave, he should be free to stay, right? After realizing he hadn't stolen anything, why treat him like he's still suspicious? One cop even tried to accuse him of trespassing, claiming that the store employees didn't want him around. But neither the workers nor the cops have the right to just decide they don't want someone there, especially when the man has done nothing wrong. Instead of apologizing and letting him finish his shopping, the cops tried to push him out.
You need to have a word with your security people about how they approach people and how they decide, and he should have had his camera on. If he's going to approach a member of the public and make accusations, what's the camera for?
Absolutely. So
he didn't have the camera on.
Can I ask you to clean your stuff
You can do what you want.
Yeah, can I ask you to clean your stuff up now, please?
Yeah, you can ask me.
Yes, okay. Will you put your stuff up?
I will, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
In my own time.
No, do it now, please. Thank
No, no, don't tell me what to do.
Oh, no, they've asked you to
If
leave.
you say,
They've
they've asked me to leave, yeah.
So I'm
Trespass is a civil matter.
Okay, I
Yeah,
understand, but they've
so
asked
why are you
to
getting
leave
involved?
Because they've asked you to leave. You're not
So
welcome
what?
to stay here anymore.
Well, go. You're not welcome.
Well, actually, I'll stay here until I feel like it's no longer required to stay here, but...
But all three of you surrounding me for a man who's been proven innocent of shoplifting. And now, because the big business pay your wages and the public don't. Yeah.
Should we get a move on?
Thank you
No,
for
we
your
won't get a move on. I'll go as slow as I want.
Okay, well, I've got all night, so it's fine.
All right, well, you go all right. I've got all night.
Well, in a minute, obviously, we'll just have to get...
Well, look, the longer you keep me talking, the longer it's going to take,
Let me
innit?
give you some help tidying up for me.
No, don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my property.
Well, it's on the floor.
Don't
You
touch
want
my
some bits
property.
of
I'm
paper?
picking
Okay.
it up.
Thank you so much.
It's mine.
Thank you. No worries.
If I was Tesco, I would be in the right. But because these people pay your wages, I'm in the wrong. And you're supposed to be here to regard the interests of the general public, not corporations. That was the oath you took, wasn't it? Was that the oath you took? To look after the public or corporation? See, this is it. Some guy in a fancy dress assaults you, calls the police, and they're backing him up. And the innocent party's left to. And this is why we are where we are, isn't it? With you guys being the fall guys. That's all right. I'll call the police. That's what happens when you get attacked.
From your bags. I don't want you to be littering.
You don't want me littering. Can't litter in a private place.
Well, this is in all a sense.
Are you going to do me for littering now? Are you going to do me for littering? Oh, behave yourself, will you?
One impatient cop even started picking up the man's items from the floor to put them back in his backpack. Of course, the man got really upset because he didn't want anyone touching his stuff. Neither would I. Realizing that they were being recorded, the cops tried to justify their actions. One of them claimed it was his duty to make sure the man hadn't stolen anything. Well, they confirmed that, hadn't they? So why wouldn't they just let him leave and stop accusing him of trespassing? What does the trespassing even have to do with theft? The man rightfully demanded an apology from these cops.
Look, you try and get me for anything, won't you? He hasn't committed an offence, so we'll invent one. We'll invent an offence. He's trespassing. He's causing trouble. No, I'll go. I'm going when I'm ready.
Would you like a lift anywhere, or?
Not from you.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I'm not kidding you. You just go out shopping and get assaulted by some clown, and then the police say it's your own fault.
I didn't say it was your own fault.
Yeah, you are. You're basically just like you're just passing the buck. No, you're basically saying that, aren't you?
That you've been stealing items and concealing them in your bag. Okay?
Well, who believed? They believed. He believed. He believed. He believed.
Okay, but it's his job to make sure that
It's his job to assault members of the public. It's his job to assault members of the public. It's his job to assault. And you're
committing offence.
no, he has got no right to touch anybody. His job is to report, observe and report.
But
And if he commits an offence, then he calls the police, who get involved.
They suspected that you had been committing an offence.
Well,
But because you weren't
has he had a drug test? Has he had a drug test?
No, what's the drug test got to do with it?
Well, he must be on drugs.
Okay, that's quite an assumption to make.
Well, there must be something wrong with him if he said he's seen. I've been seen putting him. So you haven't even questioned him, have you?
My colleague
You're
went
not
and spoke
even
with him.
interested. What did he have to say?
I just went over and I made sure there was no offences committed from your behalf, and he said no. So this is
So why did he want to say it to me?
Because they suspected that you've been stealing
But he
items.
just said there's no offence been committed. Well, how did he know that?
Where we've checked your bag.
No,
there's nothing
that
in
was
there,
before
and
that.
they've reviewed the CCTV.
I don't know, I wasn't
Well, why didn't they do that before he approached me?
Because they had to stop you from leaving.
No, he didn't have to stop me from leaving.
Okay, well they
He
suspected
has
at
no
the time that
power
you'd
to
been
stop me
committing
from leaving. What if I would have assaulted him? It would have been me, wouldn't it? So do I get an apology? Do I get an apology?
What,
From anybody in your store
okay,
about this incident?
about this incident?
Yes, because I've quite clearly shown the police I've not committed any offences. I've been accused, belittled in front of people. and you've thrown me out the shop.
Okay, I personally haven't thrown you out the shop.
Right, I've been told to leave by this lady.
Yes.
Right.
I've asked you to leave.
However, these cops just couldn't grasp why the man wanted an apology. Let's break it down for them. They humiliated him in front of everyone and painted him as a criminal, all the while he was just trying to do his daily shopping. On top of that, they wasted his time and stressed him out for no good reason. There were plenty of reasons they owed him an apology, but pride got in their way, and instead of admitting their mistake, they dug their heels in deeper. They even defended the person who falsely accused the man, insisting they weren't sure he was lying, even though they found nothing on the man. What more did he need to do to prove his innocence? As if the situation wasn't bad enough, the store manager, a woman who acted more like a tyrant than a manager, showed up. She wasn't a cop, but she sure acted like she was part of their squad, using their support to throw her weight around. She told the man it would be best for everyone if he just left. But who's everyone? Certainly, it wasn't best for him. They treated him like he was some major security risk, which was just ridiculous. He was the real victim here.
And as I said to yourself before, this is not the first incident I've had where I've done nothing. I've done nothing, right? And I've been approached by these security guards for no reason. And every time I'm innocent, yet I feel like I'm being, what they call it, targeted.
Okay, and again,
And what is it that makes me look like? What is it about me that makes me look so suspect?
Shall we get you on your way then?
No, will you go away? I'm talking to this lady.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Just they've asked you to leave, but you're still...
Yeah, well, this lady says she hasn't, and I'm speaking to her.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So what are you getting sticking your nose in for? It's a civil matter because you're here. You're here.
To you, sir.
You haven't. No, you have not. No, you have not been respectful.
You've not been respectful.
You have not.
I've been calling you.
You didn't take my assault accusation
Okay, I
seriously,
explained to you.
and you're trying to say it comes under some law. Well, my solicitor will
Section
find that
24A
out.
of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. If someone suspects that someone's committed
And
an
who are
offence,
you?
I'm the police officer. PC
Yeah.
Bond 0265. I've already told you that when I
Bond,
first...
James Bond.
Not James Bond, no. But I told you that when I first arrived, telling you that my body camera was on, recording video and audio recording. But
Well,
yeah.
at the time, I was a little bit hoping you was going to arrest him.
I didn't want to arrest you. I don't need to arrest
No,
you. unless I
not
absolutely
arrest
have to.
me, him.
No, don't need to.
You haven't spoke to him.
Well, no, my colleague spoke to him. My
Yeah.
colleague spoke to him. The one
And
that's
it's
left.
decided there's been no offence committed.
Absolutely.
So, right, so now any member of security has carte blanche to...
So their job is a loss prevention officer.
Yes.
It's to prevent loss of items being stolen from the store.
Look.
If they suspect,
Well, look, this will be going on YouTube.
Absolutely, sir.
So, the
if some-
viewers will
if
be
they
the judge of
suspected-
this.
Go on, you carry on.
No, you tell me the law.
I was just telling you, if they suspected that you're committing an offence, they can use reasonable force to prevent you from leaving until a police officer comes. That's one of the
That's not right.
Okay.
I think you're wrong on that.
Okay.
I don't know for certain, but my solicitor was saying,
Section
you know.
24A of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. Okay. So they suspected that you were stealing an item. They've asked you to, reasonably first, they've asked you to show you your bag.
He didn't reasonably. He came up to me, snatched my bag off me.
Okay.
Now that's not reasonable to assault a member of the public in
But
the course of your
we've
duty.
established-
He has no right to put his hand on me, whatever
established
way.
now
He
that
cannot
you are-
stop people leaving the building.
Okay.
I
should we get you out of here, sir?
I think you're lying
I'm not lying.
or
But thank you very much.
drastically mistaken.
No problem. Shall we get you out of here now?
You go when you're ready.
No,
I'm
you're-
talking to this
She's
lady.
just told me she wants you to leave.
Oh, you just told her you want me to leave? Right,
Yeah.
immediately.
Disruption.
Yeah, and I've not been caused any disruption, have I?
So can you leave now, please?
I have,
Thank you.
yes. Are you going to apologise?
No, sir, you need to leave
Pardon?
now, please, sir.
If you could leave, that would be great.
Are you going to apologise?
So is there anything I
For
can
what-
reasonably
for
do or say
why-
to help
what
you leave the
reason, yeah?
premises now?
Yeah, go away.
No. Yeah, you need to leave, sir.
I will leave.
Yeah, can you leave now, please? Start heading towards the exit.
Ultimately, the man had no choice but to leave the store because the cops literally surrounded him. And I haven't even mentioned yet that the cops broke the 6-foot rule when they approached him. One cop, clearly pleased to see him go, even threw in a sarcastic thanks for his cooperation, as if he was doing them a favor by leaving. This kind of behavior should cost cops their qualified immunity or even their jobs. And honestly, they need to face some consequences for how they acted. The man didn't just walk away quietly, though. He stood right outside the store. But even that wasn't enough for the cops, so they started hassling him again, insisting he leave the area. But now he was outside in public, where he had every right to be. The cops, looking to boost their egos just a bit more, didn't know when to stop.
Are you working for Tesco's?
No,
I
I'm a police
am, and I've
officer.
asked you-
So,
And they told you
I
to
will
leave.
leave. I will leave.
Thank you.
Can I go to the toilet?
No, can you just leave, please?
What have I pissed in my trousers?
I think what's best for everyone is that you leave.
Am I barred out permanently?
No, you're not. Just
Right,
for
so
tonight,
can you...
you're not best to come back.
Okay, well, I won't be coming back tonight. I will be coming back because I come in here very regularly. And as I say, if I keep getting targeted, I will be filming next time. And for my own safety. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your cooperation.
Next time you approach a member of the public and you're going to assault them, you need to have that on.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
You need to leave now, please. Thank you.
Are you going to assault me now?
No, I'm just telling you need to leave.
See, even you're trying to put your hands on me because you know it's
I'm
assault.
asking you to leave. You've
You
been
know
asked
it's
to leave,
assault.
sir. No,
You know it's assault.
You need to leave.
You know it's assault if you put your hands on me. I'm
Thank you so
going.
much. Thank you.
All right, well, you go.
I will be. Once you've left, absolutely.
Go on,
I
man.
will. Thank you very much for your cooperation, sir. Have a good day.
In future, you ought to you ought to have a word with the perpetrator, not the victim.
Are you okay, sir?
Are you okay?
Yeah, you've been asked to leave.
I'm out.
So this is all part of Tesco's premises,
Okay,
and you've been asked.
I am leaving.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate
Okay,
that.
where's your car?
My car?
Yeah.
It's parked up in the car park.
Which car park?
This car
The
park.
council car park.
Pardon?
That's the council.
No, Tesco's car park. Just
That's
round the
council. That's council.
corner.
That's council. No, that's council. I know for a fact it's council.
Yeah, but this is all Tesco's back.
Yeah, where's your car?
In the car park, I told you.
Over here?
Yeah.
In the council car park.
No, in the Tesco's.
This is council.
This is actually Tesco's property.
Yeah.
This is council. This is council. This side is council.
No, this is all Tesco.
This is council. This council.
This is all owned by Tesco.
So this is private
you see
property.
the signs? That's part of their car park.
Yes,
There's a private car
yes.
park owned by Tesco.
Okay, so I'm outside of Tesco's.
Yeah, but you're still within Tesco's
Yeah,
premises.
but this is public.
No, this is
This
for
is
Tesco's.
public.
This
No,
is
it's
Tesco's.
public.
They've asked you to leave.
You're going to arrest me for
No.
trespass.
No, I just need you to leave, sir. That's all.
I'm leaving.
Thank you. Have a good
Bye.
day. So
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mug.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name and number, please?
The man decided to stir things up a bit more by standing in the middle of the parking lot and filming everything, just to see how they'd react. He knew his rights. He was on property that, while privately owned, was open to the public. That didn't stop the cops from immediately jumping on him again, criticizing him for still being there. Didn't they just want him out of the store? What more do they need? One cop was foolish enough to say on camera that just because the parking lot is open to the public doesn't mean it's public property. Maybe, but being open to the public means people can be there. You could see how annoyed the cops were, realizing that they had no real authority over this man. What would you do if you were in this man's shoes? Would you use this as a chance to put the cops in their place?
And you're at,
Sorry?
you're from
Swindon.
Gable Cross?
Did you want a
You
lift, sir?
Gable Cross? No, I'm
No,
not.
okay.
No.
Fine. Any particular reason why you're following me?
They don't film it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But
Going on YouTube.
lovely. Thank you so much.
And this lovely lady.
I hope you have a lovely evening, sir.
Get good views with her.
Pardon?
They're like the attractive female type.
Do you mind just stepping away from the car while I'm getting into it? Thank you.
Pardon?
Can you get away from the car, please?
No,
Thank you.
it's public.
This is
You
part
could
of
have parked better than that,
I
couldn't
could
you?
have, but
You could have parked. Oh, he's in a rush. Oh, there was
made a
somebody sitting there waiting to report a crime.
Call about someone causing a disorder. So
Oh yeah,
my priority
and
at the
where's
time
this
isn't
person? Have you got the
necessarily
person who caused the disorder?
Well, and when we got here, clearly it wasn't as much as what is first reported.
Yes, so they've exaggerated the fact that I've pinched anything because I haven't. They've exaggerated the fact that I've caused some disturbance because I didn't. They're exaggerating the fact that I'm trespassing, although it's public, and I know for a fact this is
Tesco's-
council.
Come
It's
on,
council.
Look, come show me. I'll come show you.
It's council.
I'll show you. There's a sign.
I know because I've been on. I know it's council. I know it's council.
Tesco's customer car park.
Yes.
Yes. So it's owned by Horizon
Yes,
Parking
well,
for
the
Tesco.
sign does not mean nothing, but if you go to the council, you find out
This
the
isn't
council.
part of the council.
I know it is. Anyway, even if it isn't,
head off towards
even
that
if
area.
it
You've
isn't,
been
you
asked to
cannot
leave.
trespass me
Okay.
from a public place.
Can I ask you to leave to head out now? You've been
No,
asked to leave
no,
by
I'm staying here.
Tesco's. Okay, if you have to come back, I don't want to.
Well, come back. Come, bring more. Bring more. It's better for the. It's better
You're
for
quite
the
a
fish.
reasonable chap. I don't understand why you need more officers. I can have a conversation with you.
Yeah, but you're not reasonable, are you?
Why not?
Because you're asking me to leave a public
because
place.
Tesco's have asked you to leave.
No.
They've asked you to leave.
Well, go and get it. Go and ask the lady to come out and ask me to leave, and I'll leave.
They have asked you to leave.
Tesco's shop.
Yes, they did. They are.
I'm out the shop.
But you're
This
still
is
within-
public property.
Okay.
It's publicly accessible.
It's public accessible.
Yes.
I'm not denying that, but it's not public property. It's part of
So,
Tesco's,
so
not private
okay, well that
property.
is a
And they've
civil
asked you
offence.
to
That's a
leave.
civil matter.
That's why
It's
I'm
a civil
asking.
matter.
That's why I'm asking you.
Well,
to
you
leave.
said you're coming back with reinforcements.
No, I'm saying I'm leaving, but if we get called back, I'm not
This
saying
is going to make great viewing.
no problem.
I'll
What
get
I'm saying
some
is
nice-
I don't want to come back.
Well,
if you're
don't
causing
come back.
More of a disorder.
I'm not
If you
causing
suspect
any.
that you may
The
be
only
causing
disorder
breach
is
of
you,
property.
who's keeping on and on and on. You got in your car and drove away. What would I have to do?
Well, I just hope you have a good evening, sir. We're
I
going to leave you
will.
to it. Crack on, film as much as you like. You're well within your rights.
Go on then, mug.
There's no need to call me mug. is there?
You're a mug.
Okay, no problem, sir. I hope you have a lovely evening.
Yeah,
Good night.
because you're just a Tesco mug.
Tesco.
You just work for corporations.
Okay.
And when you took your oath, you vowed to look after the people. You what?
Can you stay clear?
Well, stay clear. You think I'm an idiot?
Yes.
You do?
No, I don't. Not.
You're a mug.
I want you to stay clear from
You're
the
a
parking,
mug.
sir. Thank you. Good night.
You're a mug.
Two cops pulled over a man while he was driving. Whatever the reason for the stop, one cop asked him for his name. The man answered and walked towards the police car. That's when the other cop saw a chance to puff up his ego and approached the man to ask him his name again. The man, already a bit annoyed, told him that he had just given his name to his colleague, and if he needed anything else, he should just ask. The cop didn't take that well at all. He was offended by the man's straightforward tone. What did he expect, though, with such an approach? Plus, the man had every right to speak his mind, thanks to freedom of speech. But when the man added that he didn't like the cop one bit, it really bruised the cop's ego. Immediately, the cop started accusing the man of something he hadn't even done. When the man challenged him to show evidence, the cop was taken aback. He quickly retorted that he didn't need to explain anything. Well, actually, he should have, especially since he was the one throwing around false accusations just because his feelings were hurt. This man wasn't scared, though. He went a step further and started filming the cop's face, wanting everyone to see the kind of behavior some cops think they can get away with. The cop tried to hit back by saying that he was filming the man too. Great. What did he expect? That the man would panic and run off? Clearly, this interaction was more about the cop trying to intimidate the man than about any real issue. The man stood his ground, knowing his rights and refusing to be bullied.
What's your name then?
Just told him, mate. Why don't you go and ask him?
I don't know if
Well,
I'm
then I'm not going to repeat myself to you. Go and ask your colleague.
Don't you speak to me like
I'll
that?
speak to whoever I please.
Why?
What you can do about it, mate? I can speak to whoever I want.
Why? Why are you speaking to me like I'm some sort of moron?
Because that's what I think you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I do, because I don't like you, mate. Simple as that.
Why's that?
Simple as that.
Drive past, giving it the big un.
Well, yeah, did I?
Yes, you
What
did.
did I say?
Eh?
What did I
don't
say?
know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Because you're too far away, but you're mouthing
Oh,
something.
did I?
at us.
So what did I
Yeah.
say?
I don't know.
So how, do you know I was speaking to you? Did I speak
Yes,
to
you
you
were looking
directly?
at me, yes.
Was I looking at
Yes,
you?
you
Was I?
were,
Was
yeah,
I?
yes.
Got some proof of that? No? Didn't think so. So why don't you shut your mouth until you've got some proof, Sam? Stop making allegations you can't back up.
Yes,
How
I
about
can.
that?
Yeah?
No, you
I
can't.
can.
Go on, then back up then.
Yeah, because you were looking
Back
at me
out
and
then.
mouthing something.
Prove it.
Eh?
Prove it.
Don't have to prove it.
Well,
do
I'm
I?
afraid you do, mate.
I've got you stopped.
afraid you do need to
We're
prove
going
it.
to check your details.
Crack
yeah?
on.
Make sure your car's in order.
Crack
and we're
on.
going to find out what you're
Go on
doing.
then, crack
yeah?
on. I'm telling you anything, mate.
Hey?
I'll tell you anything. It's your business what I'm doing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if you walk away from me today knowing what I'm doing. Because I guarantee you won't.
We'll find out that your car's all in order, my friend.
Yeah, you will. You're right. You'll find out it is in order, and then you'll jog on, my friend.
While you're jogging on, we'll be right here.
You don't look like you've done any jogging, mate. That's the problem.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Harassing Guildford Police, as always.
I can't see none of their faces, by the way.
Let's just make sure they're all on film.
There you go.
Let's go away with
I'm
it.
filming you as well.
Well, I can see that. I'm not blind, mate. I don't ask stupid questions like you do. I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I've got to tell you that you're being videoed as well.
I know
so-
that. I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm not blind. I have the benefit of two eyes in my face.
That's fine.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Then I don't need you to tell me, do I?
Well, some people do.
Hello.
Hello.
The cop just couldn't regain control of the situation. Instead of just walking away to avoid further embarrassment, he decided to stick around and call for backup. Have you ever noticed how cops often team up with others when they feel challenged just to seem more authoritative and powerful? You know, power in numbers and all that jazz. I don't understand why they think this makes them look strong. It actually reveals their weakness. In front of his colleagues, this cop claimed that the man was speeding. The man, puzzled, asked how he knew and whether he had any proof. The cop's answer was that he could tell just by looking at how fast someone was driving. Obviously, this makes no sense.
I don't need to be qualified to assess whether they've got tread on them or not.
Well, I think you find you do.
No, I don't.
Well, where's your tyre depth meter?
Okay. No,
Where's your tyre depth meter?
All I need to
got one.
check.
Get it out then, show me.
Listen, all I'm checking is that it's
You're checking the
above.
tyre depth. That's what you just said.
The wear bar.
Which is,
yeah?
what's the legal tyre depth?
1.6 mil.
So how can you check
Thanks.
that by eye?
I can see whether it's above your wear bar.
You don't know what
Do you
you're
know what a
talking
wear bar is?
Mate, I'm qualified
No.
mechanic,
Good.
so I know a lot more than you do.
Doesn't matter, does
Don't
it?
forget it.
I don't know what your attitude's about, mate. I really don't. Yeah?
Harassment, mate.
Yeah, but I've not harassed you, have I?
Mate, you're in a uniform like the rest of them.
Good.
You're
Yeah,
the same.
fine. Okay.
Good.
Right, Jamie, I think we're done here. Yeah?
I know that. So off you jog.
No, I'm not jogging anywhere.
I'm
my
not going
friend.
anywhere, mate. I'm going to sit here
Yeah?
for a while
If
now.
you want to sit here
I'm going to.
and waste
Don't need
your
your
own
permission,
time,
mate.
then fine.
Brilliant. See you later.
Yeah?
Have a nice night.
But you don't tell me
I'll
what
tell you
I do and what I don't
You
do.
don't tell me what I can and can't do either.
Well, we do. We
No,
tell
you
you
don't.
exactly what we do.
Well,
yeah?
you don't.
Yeah? If we ask you to stop, you stop. Yeah.
Will I?
Yes.
Will I?
Yeah. And if you're saying that you're going to fail to stop, then
Mate, listen. I'll do what I want to do, alright?
no, you
I
don't
won't
do.
listen to you, pal.
Hey?
So let's get that clear right
Well,
now.
you're going to come a cropper then
Am
with
I?
the courts then, aren't
Am
you?
I?
Yeah.
Good luck
That's
with
what you're
that. See you
gonna
there.
do.
See you
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah.
You finished with your harassment now? You finished
I'm
your
not
checks?
harassing you.
You finished
Yeah?
your checks?
You're
You're
still-
now carrying on.
No, you're
this now
carrying on
harassment.
chatting. It's
Jog
not
on.
harassment.
See you later. Finished your checks,
harassment,
mate.
mate.
See you later. Finished?
I really
You want to
don't
try? Do you want to try and
understand.
intimidate me, mate? Do you want me to get out of the car? Show you how intimidated I am.
Right, you get out the car
Yeah, and
and,
you'll do
start,
what?
and start trying to do silly things
Like
like,
what?
that.
Like what?
Then we'll look at other things.
Who said anything about silly? What's getting out of the car silly about?
Hey, because
Are you
you're-
telling me I'm not allowed to get out of this car
No,
now?
you're trying to say to
Are
me...
you telling me I'm not allowed to get out of this car now?
Jamie, right?
Is that what you're saying?
Listen, you're
No.
what you've said to me is that you want to jump out...
Because I've got four prats
and
stood
try
next to me,
and try
like
and
you're trying to
intimidate
intimidate me.
Am I
Do you want me to get out of the car?
intimidating you at the moment? Am I
If I feel
intimidating you?
intimidated, do you want me to get out of the car? Mate, it'd take more than 4 of you to intimidate me. Believe me.
Yeah, but I don't know why this conversation's really going on now.
Because you're aggravating me, mate. You're harassing me.
I'm not.
You are.
If we're having
It's
a
exactly
chat,
what you're doing.
At the moment, we're basically having a chat. It's a two-way thing, isn't it?
No, it's not. You've done your checks. You found nothing, and you're still there going on. For what reason are you still even talking to me?
Unlike the cop and his buddies, the man didn't have all day to waste, so he asked the cops if he was done harassing him so he could get going. This seemed to offend the cop yet again. Wow, it really doesn't take much to annoy this cop. Trying to turn the tables, the cop even tried to spin the narrative, suggesting the man was wasting his time. He sarcastically asked why they were still talking and having this pointless conversation. Well, we've all been paying attention, and it's pretty clear it's because the cop approached him in the first place, yet he insisted that they were talking because the man was engaging him. This cop was really out of line. He even tried to claim that he felt unsafe around the man, though it's hard to see why, as the man hadn't done anything threatening. Clearly, it's the man who should have felt threatened.
Hey, why is there still 4 of you stood next to my car?
Right. Why am I still talking to you? Because
Yeah.
you're talking to me.
I just told you, mate, we're
Yeah.
finished. Off you jog, and you still don't want to go. And these three are still
Right,
stood there. I'm not talking to these. Why are they stood there? Am I talking to these?
It's like the same reason as you're not going anywhere, isn't
Because
it?
I don't want to, and I don't have to, mate.
No.
Simple as that. UK citizen, mate. Unluckily for you, with full UK rights, I can do as I please. You don't have the power to tell me differently. As much as you think you do, you don't. This isn't communist North Korea, mate. I can do what I want.
But there's
Unluckily for you, pal.
There's certain rules, isn't there?
Yeah, like
that
what?
You have to abide by. So
Yeah, like what?
When you're asked to stop
Yeah?
by a police
If I
officer,
feel
you
safe
must.
to. If I feel safe to. The fact that you've just stopped me in the middle of a busy dual carriageway in
Yeah,
the middle of 3 lanes
I
made
explained-
me and my partner feel unsafe.
No.
So we'll see how that one goes down
Yeah,
for you.
good. Right. Okay. Well, I can justify it.
Can you?
Precisely why
Can
I
you?
stopped you where I did.
Go on then, why did you stop me?
Because I needed to speak to you.
Why?
About your
Better be able to
driving.
back up by driving. What's
You're
wrong with my
driving,
driving?
because
this
you're
the first
driving-
time you
no.
mentioned it.
Because you're driving past me, gobbing off.
Right.
Yeah?
What did I say to
And then
you?
you've come round.
What did I say to
And
you?
I wanted to make sure
What did
that
I say
your,
to you?
that your details are all.
What
We've
did I
gone
say to
round
you?
this all before,
Well,
haven't
let's
we?
go round it again, buddy. You've brought it up. What did I say to you?
I don't know what you said
You don't
to
know.
me.
See,
but you were leering at me.
Do I know who
leering
you
at me
are?
and
Do I know who you are?
And mouthing.
So
something,
I've got my
weren't you?
window open, talking to my missus.
Looking at me.
Oh, mate,
Bizarrely.
there's 4 or 5 coppers stood in the middle of the road in luminous jackets. What, am I
Well.
not supposed to look at you? Am I not supposed to notice you then?
Yeah.
Am I not? Is that not what these jackets are for?
Not leering at me
Wasn't
and
leering at
making
you
all
at all,
sorts
mate.
of
I was talking to my mister that drove past. You've obviously heard something and assumed it was aimed at you.
So then
you can't say what was said,
I've stopped
and you
you.
can't say it was said at you. So you've stopped me for no reason.
I have stopped you for a reason.
No, that's your reason, and I've just pulled it apart. And you can't even you can't even defend that. And not only that, not only have you stopped me, but you've got the power to get one of your proper colleagues in a car to stop me. You've stopped me in the middle of 3 lanes of busy traffic and made my
exactly the
missus
same.
feel endangered for her own safety.
You weren't
and
in
I've
any
asked you to
danger
move
at
on. I've asked you if I can move on, and you've not allowed it.
No, because I've asked you to stop there.
I
and
did
then.
stop. I was stopped. I was stationary.
Everything that you did suggested to me that you were not going to stop.
But that's not your problem.
And that you were going to
Well, that's
drive
not your
off.
problem.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because if I had then failed to stop...
The worst part was that the cop had stopped the man in the middle of a busy road, creating a dangerous situation for everyone, despite being a cop who should prioritize public safety. It was evident to all that flexing his tiny authority and boosting his massive ego were more important to him than ensuring the safety of the people. The man even pointed out to the cop that he wasn't very bright, obviously referring to the unsafe conditions of the traffic stop. But of course, the cop didn't understand why his intelligence was being questioned. He really should have seen that coming. What do you think? Should this cop pay the ultimate price for his behavior?
In the middle of town, with a camera there, a camera there, and a camera there,
The law
five coppers
says
stood
that
there
when you're
with cameras on
requested
them.
to, you stop,
Yes,
Jamie.
and if I'd failed
that
to
is it.
stop, which is my choice, then that's for you then
not-
to report that to
No,
someone else,
yeah,
isn't
but
it?
it's not your choice,
So
is
you
it?
stopped me in
When
dangerous
requested,
traffic
you
unnecessarily.
stop. Well, if you want to make a complaint about it, then
I
crack
will.
on. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
That's the attitude of all you officers. Crack on, because nothing happens. Because that's the attitude of all
Because
of you.
I've done everything
course you
in the
have.
proper manner, Jamie.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you go and make Surrey safer like you advertised instead of being Jobsworths, and then we can all get on and have a nice time, can't we?
The conversation's still going, isn't it?
Well,
yeah?
mate,
So
but
I'm
my
quite
conversation
I'm-
was finished with your
Jamie,
checks, so
I'm
see you
quite
later.
happy to let you carry on.
Well, you ain't
yeah?
going to stop me anyway.
Oh, yeah, but the thing is, like I've said, we're still...
What power have you got to stop me doing anything?
We're still having this two-way conversation, aren't we?
No, we're having a two-way conversation, mate. You're stood there with these three, thinking you're in some way intimidating. Go and do your jobs.
Well, no one's out to intimidate.
Well, then see you
are
later,
they?
buddy. What are you still stood there for? Off you go.
If
Go and do your job.
Listen, if
Go
I
and
just
earn your
walked
25
away and
grand a
cut you
year.
dead...
We'd be done. That's what you should do. We're done. You've done your checks. You found that you've got
Yeah, so the
zero
next-
reason to
the
stop
next
me,
thing you
zero
keep
reason to
saying
detain me.
Is
See you later.
that I was rude and I just walked away without having any conversation
No, you were
with you.
stupid for stopping me in the middle of 3 lanes of traffic, which is what I said to you earlier on.
No.
Well, you can believe that all you want, mate. If you
No.
believe that's a safe stop, then you're obviously not very bright.
I don't know why my intelligence comes into it.
Because you stopped a car in the middle of 3 lanes of busy traffic
Jamie, it's
with
obviously
drunk
not
idiots
going
walking around
anywhere,
everywhere. See, now you want to cut it short because you can't
Why
defend
not?
your stupid actions.
Jamie, they're not stupid actions.
Well, mate,
I've
they are.
explained to you exactly
Well,
why
listen,
I
if that's
stopped
what
there and
what you
then,
believe
yeah?
is common sense,
Well-
then maybe look for another job, bud.
I've done all right for the last 13 years.
Well, good luck to you with your 25 grand a year. Have yourself a cracking time.
Right.
See you later.
You happy if we go now?
Mate, I was happy you
Yeah?
pissed off 10 minutes ago. You're
Like
still
I said,
here.
I don't want you thinking that we've just cut you dead and walked
Listen.
away and then you turn around and say, oh, they were really rude, they just ignored me and went.
Listen, my opinion,
you're happy.
my
You're happy
opinion
with
is
it, eh?
much lower than that of you and
Well,
all of your colleagues.
you know,
believe me.
I don't
so
know
it's
you.
not really relevant whether I think you're rude. I've got a much lower opinion of you
Right,
than that.
okay. Jamie, I think we're all done, aren't we?
See you later.
Yeah.
Told that 10 minutes ago. Goodbye.
Like I said, carried on and on and on. didn't
See
it?
ya.
2 cops noticed a man filming around and decided to approach him to find out if he was just recording or live streaming. When the man asked why it mattered, one cop mentioned that if it was a live stream, he just wanted to say hi to the viewers on YouTube watching it at that moment. It seemed like these cops were just trying to gauge how the man was recording so they could adjust their behavior accordingly. However, one cop couldn't hide his discomfort and started telling the man that it looked very suspicious to see someone filming near the police station. What's so suspicious about that, though? Sure, it might be a bit unusual, but with all the activity around, what's really the issue here? Maybe the cop was trying to spin a story, making it seem like the filming was a threat to their security. Then the cops warned the man not to go any further, even though he hadn't planned on moving beyond where he was. It's crucial to know where your boundaries are because that helps you stay within them.
Look, you can see your colleague.
Okay, so it's not live stream or anything like that then, you just video recording?
It's not live stream, I don't know. It might be live streaming. What's the difference?
No, I just want to know.
There's no difference really, is it?
Yeah, there is, because if it's live stream, I want to say hello to everyone on YouTube.
You better say hello.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you're
Hello?
chilling out now. You're chilling out now. See, that's much better.
Always chilled out.
Well, you looked a little bit stressed out a minute ago.
No, I'm always chilled out.
There's nothing happening here, like I said. You know, I don't know who called you. He just called you for no reason. Just wasted your
To be
time.
fair, it's always suspicious if someone has got a video camera in their hand
Yeah.
and a phone, videoing police headquarters.
This is also a school next to us as well, so...
I know, you can, to be honest, I'm not here to record the school, but even if I was, it doesn't make no difference, to be honest. But I'm not here for the school, if my part makes you feel any better.
So why are you here for the police headquarters?
Just to, like I said, I'm here to audit the headquarters.
Okay, are you a government official?
I'm a government official?
Yeah.
I don't have to answer that.
I'll take that as the answer as no then.
No, I didn't answer.
Okay. So I'll take that as a no then.
I did not, you don't need to take a description because he's recording me right now.
No, we'll take descriptions as well.
What's the point? Okay. So like I said, I'm here to audit the headquarters, and that's all it is. So I was hoping to go in, but it looks like I can't go in.
No.
Is there no public access at all?
No.
What
none at
happened?
all.
Only the actual hotel, the workers in the shops, it's a sole piece of work, okay? What's up is high confidential information that cannot be released.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I hope you understand.
Oh no, you won't see me jumping any barriers or things like that. I'm just, if there is public access, I will enter. If there isn't, obviously I won't. But I went to Thames Valley headquarters. Okay. They have access.
The man was standing on the sidewalk, well clear of any restricted access signs. And according to constitutional law, anyone can record what they see from public property. The cop tried a few tricks to identify the man, but he caught on quickly and told the cop not to bother because it wasn't going to work. The cop seemed surprised that someone could anticipate his moves, even though he wasn't thinking too deeply about what he was doing. He insisted they needed to know who they were dealing with, which wasn't really the case. The whole point of constitutional laws are to protect such freedoms without unnecessary interference.
Straight in, I went in.
That's Thames Valley.
Thames Valley, yeah. So,
Do you travel around different headquarters then?
yeah. Not just headquarters, I just travel around and audit places.
Oh, right. How have you got here today?
How did I get here today? If you're trying to get my vehicle, you're not going to get it.
Okay.
I know you're trying to
are
identify me. It's not going to happen.
actively hiding your vehicle, so we are not able to.
First of all, I did not say I have a vehicle, but I said
I'm
if
asking.
you are trying to get my vehicle,
Yeah.
you're not going to get it.
Why is that?
You're not going to get that information. Because maybe I did not drive. I know you're trying to identify me. It's not going to happen. What it
Always
is,
in and in,
I value my
somewhere.
privacy,
Yeah.
one thing,
And we value ours as well.
and I do understand I have rights,
Yeah.
and I would like to maintain them.
Okay.
That's it.
And we also have the same rights,
Which
even
is?
though we're police officers.
Yeah.
Okay. You videoing us,
Yeah.
we will video you.
But I will
And
request
this-
that record. You're not going to request this one.
I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the information on here will be sent to our relevant departments, and they will try and identify yourself. And if you're any kind of,
So are you
Let's
going to
say-
spy on me now?
I spy on everybody all the time. Of course I do.
Oh, really? You're spying on the
How
public?
can I spy on people?
Well, you just said to me you're going to...
People are going to spy on me.
He just said that.
No, we didn't.
He said
Trust and stuff, yeah.
you said you're going to send this to wherever,
Yeah.
and they're going to find out who you are. So you're going to
They're
spy
gonna
on me.
try and find
You
out
shouldn't be
who
spying
you
on
are.
people. You know that it's illegal to spy on people.
I'm not spying.
The government cannot
I'm
spy on people,
saying,
you know that.
If you don't identify yourself, we need to make sure who you are.
Well, like I
And if you
said,
go around several different police forces and ask them exactly the same sort of questions, be these.
I didn't. To be honest, as soon as I arrived,
spread it all over the UK.
I didn't.
You are going around.
to be honest,
several
you're
police
obstructing my
forces.
video because as soon as I arrived, people just came out straight into my face. First of all, there was a guy over there. First, he was being polite, and the next thing I know, he's called everybody. He came out straight into my face, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, because it is a strange thing to be doing.
Well, strange is not illegal. It's not a crime.
No, it's not.
The cop just didn't know when to stop, so he kept pushing the man to explain why he was there. But it's high time these ding-dong cops realized that simply being there is a good enough reason, and that they shouldn't even need to ask for such an explanation. It's weird how they think the man owes them any explanation when in reality, he doesn't have to say a damn thing. That's exactly what constitutional law is there for. It's odd how many cops forget about these laws and act like they don't exist, even though they all swore to protect every citizen's constitutional rights at the start of their careers. It seems like their 6 months of training just isn't quite enough. Meanwhile, the female cop had been quiet the whole time, but then remembered something she thought she could use against the man. She claimed the real issue wasn't their police station, but the school next door, suggesting it was inappropriate for someone to film near it. Clever move, right?
I didn't know anything. I said, yeah, I'm videoing, and that's it. I said I'm auditing the place,
So why are you videoing?
the headquarters.
Why?
I just told you, just auditing the headquarters.
Auditing. What are you auditing?
Auditing, I just come and
People
record.
coming and going.
Sorry?
Auditing people.
No, I
in their
just
vehicles?
I just record and that's it.
What are you recording?
See if it's a nice area. See if if it's secure. Okay. That's it. Sorry?
Why would you need to record that?
Because I just put stuff on YouTube. That's it.
You're going to put it on YouTube?
Likely, yeah.
For what reason?
Can you understand the risks this could put on the public around this area, the children in this area, and FHQ?
Why you keep saying the children?
Because there's a school right next to
I know there's a school right there, but like I said, I've already said that to you. I'm not here to film the children. It's not my fault they built a school over there. But I'm not here to film the children, and if I was, it makes no
I
difference.
understand that, you made that very clear, okay? I do understand that. But
All right then. So stop mentioning the children, please.
What I understand is, if you put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
the public obviously can see
I didn't say I will. I said I might.
it. If you might put this on YouTube,
Yes.
the public can see this area. You're putting people who live in the area at vulnerable risk. You've got FHQ at risk.
Why is that?
Because people can see the area.
Do you know you can see this area in Google or not? Are you aware of that?
You can see this area on Google.
Yeah.
However,
I actually saw it in Google before I
what
came.
you can't see is all the people coming in and out, and you're actually possibly putting people at risk coming in.
Yeah, but well, if you see a camera and you don't want to be filmed, why do you come to it?
Because it's my duty really to challenge and question what's going on here.
So you're a public official?
I am a police officer, yes.
Yeah. So we expect, as a police officer,
That is my
in
duty
public,
to do
you
that.
expect to be filmed. If you don't want to be filmed, you need to get a job in the private sector.
Why should I expect to be filmed?
Because you're a public official.
Doesn't necessarily mean that we should be expected to be filmed. We're carrying out our duty.
Well, I get filmed
as
all the
police
time. I don't
officers.
complain.
Well, maybe you may.
I get filmed all the time. Look, there's the cameras over there. There's police speed cameras everywhere.
Use our cameras to put them on YouTube.
Yeah, because you can't.
No, so why,
Because there's data protection that forbids you from doing
So
this.
why would you want to put your details or those details on YouTube? And you're clearly filming.
But not clever enough to fool this man, as he wasn't filming the children and was focused solely on the police station. Cops need to understand that the only time constitutional rights can be overridden is when someone is actually breaking the law. Changing her story again, the female cop now claimed that putting this footage on the internet could endanger everyone who works there, because then everyone would know where the police station is. They've never heard of a map? Of all the things she could have said, this was probably the absolute dumbest. I mean, it's not like the police station is invisible. What would a video on YouTube really change?
Vehicles moving in and out of this.
Okay, so you guys, when you are in your official capacity, data protection forbids you from doing this. There's nothing that forbids me to do this. I have the freedom to do this, and I enjoy that freedom, and we will not allow anybody to take it away from me.
Okay, well, I'll remind you.
That's it.
Colleagues already done. You're filming personal details of officers coming in and out, and with the
Not specifically for that.
Well, maybe not. With the potential of putting that on YouTube, you are possibly putting those people at risk from other people, maybe not yourself, from other people.
I don't like being surrounded, sorry.
Well, that's fair enough. No one's surrounding you. My
He's
colleague's
behind
just
me.
standing over there. My colleague's here, and there's no one behind you, so no one's surrounding you.
The colleague is a bit cheeky, isn't he?
Not really. No, it's just doing.
He is, he's quite funny, look at him. I don't know what he's trying to do. So why are you guys here anyway? What, here outside? You work
At
inside?
this moment in time, until we're satisfied
Well, I'm certainly going to get going in a minute.
under certain other legislation, and my colleague's checking out number plates here
For what?
to make sure that we can allow you to go about your business without any too
You're
much.
going to allow me? Are you detaining me?
No one's detained.
So why would you say that? Well, he just said.
This time, a man decided to put the patience of some cops to test and teach them a lesson. He set up his camera in front of the police station to film, and it wasn't long before the first cop showed up. The man asked him if he was recording with his body camera, and the cop confirmed he always does that when interacting with the people. That's true, but the man pointed out that the cop needed to inform people when he was recording them. The cop disagreed, claiming he didn't have to do that. The man was ready to list several reasons why the cop was actually required to notify people, citing their job policy. But the cop brushed it off, saying it was a fake job policy. Can you believe that? What's a fake job policy anyways? However, it was clear the cop's ego was bruised by this exchange, so he retorted that he didn't want the man there.
So nobody stands on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's the problem?
Oh,
you're filming me?
Yeah, we have to film every interaction with people.
Yes, but it's in your policy to inform the person that you're filming.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I can name 4 documents that it's in. Can you name any document that says that you don't have to? I know that
our force policy, we don't have to. It's just force policy that when we attend an incident or interactions with people, we automatically have to.
The College of Policing document says you should, and the Home Office guidance on body-worn cameras, 2014, 2016 and 2016, it's not been updated, also says you should.
Okay. Well, it's as soon as practicable, so I'm telling you now.
Well, you could have... When did you switch it on?
As I walked over to you.
Well, it's practicable then, wasn't it?
Are you filming me?
I am.
Okay, I thought you might be.
Yeah.
So, right, so are you auditing?
I'm photographing.
Right, are you auditing? Is that what you call yourself?
I'm a photographer.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me the reasons why you're filming and photographing?
I can do.
At the police station?
I can do, but I don't have to because it's my right to do this. It's Article 8 of human rights, of my right to private life, and what I'm doing is lawful. And also, I don't like accounting for what is a lawful activity.
Right. It's a sensitive building.
Oh, how do you mean?
Well, there's sensitive information inside.
That's okay. I'm not going inside with the drone.
No. But obviously, drones film things. So I don't know what you're filming, do I? I don't know what your purpose is until I come speak to you.
Well, the reason you don't know is because it's all right for you not to know what everybody's doing.
Right, okay.
Otherwise, it'd be like North Korea, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Okay? So, as long as what I'm doing is lawful, it's fine, but it doesn't matter that you don't know, because you don't know what anybody's doing here today, really, do you?
Uh-huh.
Okay? It's incumbent on the officers to keep anything that's actually private.
Great, but the man's presence has nothing to do with the cop's personal feelings. Constitutional law is designed precisely to prevent cops from expecting people to leave just because they want them to. The cop tried to justify his stance by saying he didn't know what the man's intentions were, but again, that wasn't the man's problem to solve. Have you noticed how all cops seem to act similarly, even though they're from different states and not even colleagues? This cop didn't even give the man a chance to respond before moving on to another accusation. This time, it was about suspicion. Naturally, the man had to explain that merely being suspicious means nothing legally. A cop must have reasonable suspicion to accuse someone of a crime.
To keep it private.
Yeah.
So you should be aware of the drone laws now and that we can fly. And that if you think you've got anything that's big enough to be filmed by a drone that is on view, you need to hide that.
Yeah, fully appreciate that. Fully appreciate that. Until I come and speak to you, though, I don't know what the situation is, do I?
Well, you still don't.
No, and I don't think I will do because I don't think you're going to tell me. But if you're saying you're not doing anything unlawful, then in theory I've got no reason to worry, have I?
Well, I didn't say that. What I said was that you should only speak to me if I've done something unlawful, and you don't have any reason to think that yet.
I can speak to anybody.
Yeah.
I can speak to anybody to find out who they are, what their reasons are for doing what they're doing.
You can. You're on wages at the moment, though. You know.
Say again?
You're on my wages at the moment. I'm paying you to come out here and talk to me, so I do get to have a little bit of a say, don't I? If you're just questioning people. So, for instance, if a guy cycled past on his bike, you wouldn't rush out here like you did then and go and flag him down.
If a guy was on his bike hanging around the police station looking inside, I'd want to know what they were.
Would you? Even if they were in public?
Well, it's suspicious behaviour, isn't it, around a police building?
Well, I don't. Do you know what? The word suspicion, I don't appreciate the way that police do, because it just means opinion without evidence.
Yeah, but
it's like almost like.
It's in law, though, isn't it? We have suspicion. That's part of our job.
It's still opinion without evidence.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's still part of our job, isn't it?
Do you know what? Can I just suggest something? Often one of the complaints is that the personal cars are filmed.
Yeah.
Yet there's a sign there saying that only police vehicles can park within the yellow lines.
Yeah.
So straight away, anybody that was coming here that wanted to know what the personal vehicles were would look and say, well, it's none of them in the police lines.
Yeah.
Even though the cop realized he was wrong, his ego was just too thick to walk away. Instead, he kept standing there, chatting with the man as if he had all the time in the world. It's really time for cops to understand that people don't want public servants like that. People need cops who will actually do their jobs properly and be there when needed. Just imagine needing the police, but they can't come because they're too busy wasting time on trivial matters like this cop was. The one thing the cop did right was to identify himself when the man asked him to, but don't be mistaken. He didn't do it because he knew it was required by his job policy. He only identified himself so he could then ask the man for his information in return. But here's that kicker. There's a big difference that the cops often refuse to understand. Regular people like you and I aren't required to identify ourselves, unlike cops who must as part of their policy. The law protects people's right to stay anonymous as long as they're not breaking any laws. It's as simple as that. Yet some cops struggle to understand these straightforward concepts. These kinds of misunderstandings and ignorance of the law should pay a serious price. After all, what else would we expect from cops if not a solid understanding of the laws they're supposed to enforce?
Is that a bit odd to you? Or just to me?
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's obvious that personal vehicles are going to be parked there because people work out there. You know, and beyond that, you know, it is what it is. It's a place of work, so people are going to be parking there.
Do you know the incident that you just attended over the way here?
Yeah.
The guy who approached you, who was in the unmarked car,
Yeah.
just left his car running in the middle of the bus station there and just left it. That's an offence, that. So I don't know whether you want to update him, save me mentioning it to anybody.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him.
Yeah.
How do you know it was running?
I walked past it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'll mention it. Yeah.
So either he had a tiger in there or it was running.
Yeah. No, I think it was running then in that case. Yeah.
What's your name, my friend, and what's your collar number?
It's PC Hiley.
PC Hiley 57888. Okay. And have you been disciplined at all in your career?
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I been disciplined? I've had disciplinary proceedings.
Right, okay.
I've not been disciplined as in
Okay.
in front of the panel or anything
No
like
misconduct
that.
hearings.
No.
Okay, that's great that you've actually told me that, because most officers go, oh, I can't just go do anything like that. So what are you up to today?
As I'm always, I'm on response. So
Right.
whatever comes in, whatever happens, we respond to it.
Are you busy here?
Yeah, it's fits and starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was this big, actually. I thought Macclesfield was probably covering you from here, but
Yeah.
I didn't realise you
No,
were
they've
so big.
they've had a geographical change of boundaries, so we're our own entity now.
Oh, right, yeah.
Separate from Mac.
Yeah.
Have been for a few months. Do you mind if I get your details, buddy?
Of course I do, yeah.
You mind?
Of course I do, yeah. What do you want my details for?
Well, just so I know who I'm talking to.
Well, FP. So to FP, yeah. Yeah. But you know, but wait. That's,
Well, it's better than writing on my hand, isn't it?
well, a lot of you do that as well, though, don't you?
No, only forget me now.
No, you don't need my name because I'm not doing anything unlawful.
Okay. I have to take you on trust at that, don't I?
Well, yeah, but you know, I have to take you on trust because there's more misconduct hearings for breaches of data on your computers than anything else.
Right.
So I don't know, you know, let's say for instance 30 or 40% of the police force are using computers for their own dodgy stuff. I don't, you could, it's 1 out of 3 in it or 1 in 2.
Don't know. No comment, because I don't know.
Yeah.
If I knew the figures, I'd be able to say yes or no. but I
Yeah,
honestly
heck of a
don't
lot.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a heck of a
I
lot.
haven't got time to review things like that, so I honestly don't know.
Oh, well, I'll do it for you.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we done?
Yeah?
Okay.
Have you finished for now?
Nearly. Which of the ladies' changing rooms in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go because my car's on 30 minutes.
Right, fair enough.
So I thought I'd get some shots.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to your day then.
Okay, nice to chat.
Yes, you too. Take care.
Okay.
Look here, you don't need to be a legal expert to know that during a traffic stop, only the driver needs to interact with the cop and the other passengers in the car don't have to say anything. Now let's talk about a cop who seems clueless about this basic rule. When he pulled over a car, he didn't just ask for the driver's ID, he demanded IDs from everyone else in the car too. The passengers were totally baffled because he wasn't even supposed to address them directly. Seeing the kind of cop he was dealing with, the driver asked him to call his sergeant. The cop's response? He said that he was the sergeant. Cool, but that doesn't mean there isn't someone higher up than him, right? The driver then tried to find out why they were stopped in the first place, but the cop ignored him and instead started questioning the girl in the car and another guy sitting in the back. But that's not the worst part here. This same cop was seen making an illegal U-turn just to stop this particular car. It's ironic because this cop probably wouldn't hesitate to write someone else a ticket for doing the same thing. Just imagine how red his face would have turned if someone had pointed out that there should absolutely be consequences for his actions. It's situations like these that really test people's patience and faith in law enforcement. Cops are supposed to set an example by following the rules they enforce. When they don't, it just shows that they think the rules don't apply to them. This needs to change if we expect respect and trust between the public and the police.
No.
Okay, and you guys are refusing to give me your IDs, right?
I thought that they didn't have to give you their ID if you just stopped me for a traffic violation.
So, are you going to give it to me or not?
Can you call your lieutenant or sergeant here?
I'm the sergeant.
Okay, can you call your superior here?
No, he's not working. I'm the top rank right now.
So what did you stop me for?
So are you giving me your IDs or are we going to go through all
You
this?
have my ID and I was driving.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her and to you.
Didn't I tell you no already? You got rocks in your ear?
Okay.
Give me your ID since we have nothing to hide so we can go on our way.
Smart.
No, you're not going to violate my rights.
Okay. It wouldn't be a violation.
And what vehicle did we? I have a question though, because you're at a stoplight heading this way.
Anything to you.
Hold on. You're at a stoplight heading this way. I passed you. As soon as you seen me, you actually made an illegal change because you were in the turning lane, waited for the light to turn as it changed, and then you cut everybody off to get behind me.
Correct.
Alright. I'm not gonna leave just because you guys are recording.
No, we're not. I'm not asking you
We're
that.
not asking you to.
I'm just asking you, why did you really stop me? I didn't cut a car off.
You did. You didn't. You signaled like as you turned.
I signaled before I turned to get over because I'm gonna
200 feet.
I'm gonna turn right there. I'm not from here, so I didn't know that the turn's right there.
However, the cop couldn't handle that these young people were questioning his authority, so he decided to forcibly open the back door and try to arrest the passenger who wouldn't give him an ID. This would be really a ridiculous reason for an arrest. This is also a reminder for everyone to always lock your car doors when dealing with cops, especially since there are some who might overstep their boundaries like this. The cop thought the guy would get scared and hand over his ID under pressure, but he stood firm, refusing to give up his rights even if it meant getting arrested. The guy challenged the cop to cite the law that required him to hand over his ID. Instead of answering, the cop changed tactics and ordered him out of the car. The guy told the cop that that wasn't the law, but the cop seemed to think he was the law himself and that everything he said was law and that it had to be obeyed. The others in the car even advised the guy to just go along with the cop because the cop would end up losing his qualified immunity. But the guy still didn't want to surrender his rights. That's his choice. This is the kind of stance we should all be prepared to take when we encounter cops like this. Never let the police violate your civil rights. It's crucial to know your rights and hold firm, as standing up for yourself is the only way to ensure that those who are meant to enforce the law don't end up abusing their power.
Please don't touch it. Don't touch
I
it.
promise you. If I don't need to get out, you need to get
No,
out.
you grabbing my door and opening it?
Yeah, you do not.
You do not need to do that.
Now
touch that door.
Yes, sir. You'll be placed under arrest right now just for
For what though?
For what?
Okay, stepping up, put your hands behind.
For what? What is he?
Yeah, what am I under arrest for? Rick,
Hold on.
listen to me, Rick. Give me your ID so we can leave.
Give it to him.
Give him your ID
I want his
so we
name.
can leave. Listen to me.
Violate my rights.
Okay,
No.
but so what?
Call your boss.
We already know how to deal with this.
Nope.
We already know how to
Call
deal with
the
this. Rick,
Rick.
listen
Yeah,
to
we
me.
do. Call the
Listen
captain.
to me,
You're
Rick.
not the highest ranking motherfucker here
Rick,
right now.
brother,
San Bernardino Valley.
listen to me.
Or
Rick.
county.
Now.
So call your captain, call your
Rick.
boss, call your superior. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna call
Rick.
someone.
Let's go to the
above
lake.
you.
Give him your ID. Let's go to the lake.
No, he's calling someone above him. He is not the top ranked person here in
promise you,
San
I'm the
Bernardino
top-ranked
County.
person.
Just give him your fucking ID. You ain't got nothing to hide. Give him your fucking ID.
You should know.
Let him violate your
I am
rights.
not required to give you
Listen to
anything.
your friend.
No, you're not going to violate my rights. I'm not going to do anything just because you think it's right. No. I don't owe
And
you
next
my
time?
ID. Tell me the law that says I got to give you my ID.
I'm telling you to step out of the car.
No, that's not the law.
It is a law.
No,
You
I'm
can look
not
it up on your
driving
phone
this
right now. Look it
vehicle.
up on your phone.
No, I'm not going to look up the phone bit. I am not driving the vehicle. I got nothing.
So, as him as a passenger, as I'm being stopped for a traffic stop, he has to ID.
Yeah, no, I do not.
Is that true?
Sir,
Can you tell me the law?
we're asking you a question, sir.
You asking me a question?
Yes.
It's not my traffic stop.
But is that the law that he has to ID himself?
You can ask him the questions. It's not my traffic.
Okay, then get off my fucking car. Don't touch my car. Don't touch my car. Don't touch my car.
What's your problem?
It's not your stop, so don't touch my car.
All right, that's fine.
Because the way that your partner
Rick.
opened my car door.
Badge number, name right here.
Or Casillas? Rick,
Casillas.
let him run your ID. You got nothing to
Let
hide.
him.
It's right there. You
Let's go to the
We
lake.
understand that. We got it.
You know, he was headed the opposite way at the stoplight. As soon as he seen what I looked like, he blocked traffic just to stop me, and then lied and said that I cut a car off.
And then we stopped. at
Even the
red light.
locals pulled up
The
and said,
locals said,
"He's
"Hey,
harassing
on
you."
What did you guys do? Understood. So when he steps back, step to the side.